Greetings, I'm Vainglory, and welcome back to my sort of working republic. Our woes of the past are long behind us. We're making positive income every month now, and we're also paying off our loans more often than not. Speaking of which, I need to keep an eye on this, make sure I don't end up missing out on loan repayments. So yes, I've realised that a real problem that I have with this game, particularly I've discovered when I'm recording for YouTube, is that I lack patience. I'm always wanting to move on to the next industry, get the next thing set up, for example, our clothing industry. And I expand before I've really got the infrastructure and the population in place to make that successful. So I'm trying to keep a bit of a tighter control of that now. And in saying that, I'm just looking at this construction office. Why is it everything's sitting idle? Burning the flats, burning the roads. What do you require? Lots of gravel and asphalt. The main thing I want to be working on really though is this heating pipe up here, because we discovered an unrealised consequence of moving our heating plant from here over to here was that the hot water that ran from here along to there and then up the hill, by the time it got up here it wasn't hot enough to heat the houses properly. So we're laying in a shorter pipe. You need boards, gravel and concrete. So yes, why then are you sitting, your open hulls in particular, sitting idle? Do you not have boards? I don't. And that would be because, why? You've got no wood, because you've got no workers. Nothing's changed. I've not changed anything up here for a long time. You were plenty stocked on boards before. Okay, tell you what, I'm just going to let workers decide where they want to work. And let's have two folks come up and work there. And well, here comes a bus as well. So we'll double the number of workers up there, try and increase the amount of boards we produce. And we do get 4 people heading up there. Let's fast forward. And a couple of them are heading up here. So you should now begin to fell the trees, and you'll go out and pick them up. Good stuff. We'll have boards before we know it. Happiness is increasing, however, it's lower than I would like, and I don't know why it's reduced. Death of a child, arrival to prison are fairly constant. Unable to drink alcohol is as well. Only one person couldn't get clothes. Low government loyalty has been fairly constant, although it's improving. Crime! Good God! 2,000 people affected by crime. We've had no escapes. We dealt with the... Is that still the holdover from the crime wave from a couple of months ago? Must be. Slowing down again because I wanted to check this. Concrete and gravel. And let's make the pipe the high priority. And we'll get back to fast forward. I was thinking about bringing in some new vehicles. Got another bus sitting there. Yeah, some dumpers and the like to speed up our construction. And also, I remembered that I didn't assign these fields up here. Let's do that now. We're not going to obviously make use of the crops up in this industry this year. But we can bring the crops. You got covered hulls? Yeah, a couple of them. Although, yeah, you're both okay. So you'll bring the crops down and we'll then make use of them in our other industries. How much food do we have? Plenty. Right, money is dropping. How much are we going to pay next? Amount due tomorrow 7,000, so I can leave it for another day. There we go. And probably want to pay back the loan today then. Well, if it continues at that pace, I won't have to. Right. Do we have workers on the way in here? Looks like the bus has just left. Oh, there's workers there. Should be alright. And we've got plenty of cash. We can pay off our loan for the next 2 or 3 days, actually. Bitumen. I suppose we'll be using some of that for asphalt. For a road up here. But we're making just about as much as we export. Which is good to see. I think we're exporting just bitumen here. Right. What else would I want to do that's not going to cause me problems? Crime. Only 766 people affected now, so that is decreasing. Missing boards again. How much do we pay tomorrow? 6,000. So we're still okay. Don't normally pay such close attention to my finances, but for now, I'm making a special effort. Right, so we've paid that, and we're going to be able to pay another day. No, we're not. We just had an unexpected payment. So we need to borrow before we get into problems. And we can get down to 4.1% interest as well. Right, so 0. Not enough money. Did I not borrow? I suppose I need to borrow first. Pay it off, and then pay off. What? 9? Yeah. Didn't have £9 million. Okay. So that keeps us in good stead for a while. And I mean, this was up at 8,000 odd just before the turn of the year. So it's coming down nicely. Have you moved on at all? A wee bit. Just make sure, yeah, we are producing asphalt. You're taking away waste water. You're so close to the sewage treatment plant, and you don't have... I don't have a sewage tank. I suppose that makes sense. Why would you have a sewage tank? And I could just run another pipe in there. What's stop production? The heating plant is okay. We'll start up again, I'm sure. Let's slow it down a bit. Yes, I'm going to... We're now just planning some more sewage piping. So, height 15.47. Sometimes if you select this, try there, still 15.47. Why is it so high there? You're coming down from there. No, why are you going back up? Trust me to build the sewage plant on a high spot. Alright. This probably had some problems in the past. Right, I'm not going to spend time on that just now then. Sewage can be a real pain. And we're not struggling with sewage treatment just now. Anyway, as long as we get the workers heading out, which we are doing, then all the sewage has been processed. Okay, not desperate for people who need a bed. No, you 2006. So we've got 11 beds down here, and we've got the new beds up there actually as well. Forgotten about, just to make sure that we get enough workers for our iron mine. Too much iron actually. Not bringing any in, so that must have just built up from the workers that we had there. It's a really positive sign. We're well stocked on meat. Don't have any crops though. Do we have crops over here? Just 150 tons. But with 300 tons of food, I think we could spare those crops from up there if we needed to. But if not, we just bring them in from the border. Anyway, back to fast forward. Let's make sure you're not getting citizens. I'm not allowing people to move in either. Where were the buildings here? That had 3 bunks. Nowhere. They've all been taken up. Okay. Fair enough. That means people should start moving in here. You're full, so do that. We should start getting some more workers up there. There we go. We get plenty of births. And I've not checked population. Let's look at this year. We're actually only just in surplus. Last year was good for a period. And escapes, lack of escapes were taken up by the number of deaths. And births, yes, fairly constant. There we go, first few workers have arrived. And we've still got capacity up here, not an awful lot. Let's bump you up to max, and we could start increasing the numbers in here again. Just in preparation for people arriving. I'll give you 12. We'll put you up to max. You're okay as you are. I'll give you another couple as well. Right, pipe. Where's our pipe? 6,000 days. How are the boards looking? Are we getting a nice supply building up? Potentially not. Should be over here. No. Okay. Got the workers. You've got workers as well. You're producing, but we just also need more in here. Let's bump that up to max, and 9 will do it for you. How about unemployment down here? Do I have any in this area? Unlikely. Need to do something about that. People who, yeah, don't have enough. I was going to put another bus on to bring workers out here, but I don't think we can afford to do that. No, we need more people in, which actually means opening up one of these buildings. 280 more people in there, but that's going to be a while before the occupants arrive for that. How are we looking in here? Yeah, I don't want that to happen. Let's do that. That's a bit better. But then I don't like this, so let's do that. Yeah, that's good enough for now. Yeah, still waiting on gravel. Is this pipe taking up the gravel? Or... yeah, it is now. I suppose I can live with that. Did decide. How's our chemical production going? This year, exports, made 100 grand from it. So that's all good. Our imports likely to be, yeah, electronics, the biggie. Importing clothes, obviously we're not producing clothes yet. Yeah, but overall, we're doing well. Clothes and electronics. It's always the... If you don't have fuel, clothes and electronics are the big costs. I'm now thinking about where I'm going to set up my electronics plants. There's nowhere around here, there's no space, essentially, to set up electronics, but that then leads me on to where I'm going to expand to. This is meant to be part of the city over here. I suppose we could put some industry over at this end. So if the city were to come out to about here, so if we had factories there, there we go, 500 metres. I suppose we could do that. And meant to have another bridge coming over here. Don't really need to build up an embankment either. Again, give me this. So 12 metres there to 12 metres there. Now we could just plop in a bridge on its own. There's a slight rise up there, so we'll head for that area. And a beam bridge. Let's give me this again. I like to use the height information exactly as I can. So going from 12 metres there. Get rid of that. Give me back my bridge. 12 metres-ish there. To probably better to go in that sort of direction. It's a bit off, isn't it? Try it again, more from here. Yeah, that's better anyway. So that's 12 metres. Across to there. pop in. We'll get rid of this. And then we'll stick in that. I shouldn't need a roundabout or such there. Don't expect there to be too much traffic coming around that way. Right, and then you could head up into where we put our industries. Yeah, this area up here needs to be where we build our houses. We could put some more down, the waterfront there. Okay, but probably want to have a road around there. That is actually fine. Okay, over here I'm going to have to trim this back a bit. Yeah. So that'll be the main road, and probably have another road head down there and along. Could put something down in that area. Yeah, maybe have school, kindergarten and the like up here, and then folk can walk up the hill. Good exercise for them. So, still missing boards. Some being delivered, I think, though. Yeah. Missing coal. From where? Where the hell does our coal go? We have 2,000 tons at one point, and then we've got nothing. I guess it must be heading in here. Yeah, we've got a lot of steel. You've maxed out. I think he needs a bigger truck exporting mechanical components then. I don't have any other vehicles sitting around. Who does export? Is it you? Customs house, yes. So you could take in another truck. I think that might be what we do. Although we're not keeping up with coal production. So I don't really want to be drawing too heavily on the steel. Yeah, I think we'll just content ourselves with what we're doing at the moment. Rather than start exporting anymore. You've still not got any more gravel. Of course not, because this was requiring about 400 tons of gravel. Still requires another 318. Yep. So we're doing well enough. We're steady with food, bitumen, meat is even lasting us as well. We're already into May. Another 3 months we'll be bringing in the next set of crops. Did you get? You did get sown. Fertility 142, 140. Yeah, okay. No, I keep thinking about. I want to go and plan out, because it's going to be so difficult finding somewhere else to lay down fields in another town. I don't want to get into that, but I just need to focus in on here, take up this space, get a bridge across, do something over there. I mean, we're going to have another town here, aren't we? qualified workers. What are we going to have over here? Slow down a bit, although we've just made cash. Oil. I'm thinking we could make plastics. But I think I will need pipes over there into that's that tank probably. Could build a massive expensive bridge across here. Get workers across there. It's a nice size for having some sort of city or town in, but everything would have to be shipped over. And we don't have a great opportunity for a highway connection, which we did come across here, but then just coming across through a residential area. Coming across here. I'm really going to have to sit offline and think about that for a while. Okay, do we have... No, still nobody without their own flat. How many people do we get in here? Almost done. And happiness is up at 69% again. Crime still affected 721 people. Let's... I wanted to check out the free beds again. Right, so we know we've got 5 up there. The odd one down in here. Same there. You're going to take a while. I think you're going to still take a while. I don't know that we'll get you ready for next winter. Well, unless I do bring in more dumpers. Gravel, again, it's a real problem that this doesn't fill up. It only produces when there's a demand for gravel over here. Don't know what the problem is, and I can't get storage up here because for some reason my gravel processing plant doesn't have an input. Obviously it should have 2 up here, but not so. So I am thinking when we are flush again, I'm going to rip that down, rebuild it with storage up there of some description. Yeah, this I'm itching to get that under construction, but we need this pipe. If we can get it finished before winter at all, I need to do that. Come on, there we go. Yeah, so I think this will produce enough gravel if we've got the demand for it. So I'm going to invest in a couple more trucks. Do you have capacity? No. You've got 4 spaces. And you're where we would want it. I mean, we've got all these dumpers as it is. Seriously, they're all busy. Let's open them up. Have a look, see where they are. Right. You're going to the heating pipe. No, well, yeah, it will be once you've loaded up. You're going to the heating pipe when you've loaded up. You're on your way. Yeah, so everyone is doing their bit, transporting up to there. Heating pipe as well. I guess you would have been down getting fuel, I would imagine. Or maybe you just come along that way out of the construction office. Yeah, heating pipe. So they're all busy at work, and so that's 17 tons times what, 4. So that's 58. Is that right? 68. 68 tons of gravel per run. You're 10, so that's another 20. So there's 115 tons per circuit. So I don't really need more trucks after all. It should have all the gravel it needs, and then it just needs steel and then time. Yeah, I'm not going to buy any more trucks. Keep our money, focus on paying off our loans, and take it from there. It's just because I want to do things. Anyway, I'm going to put in a break. So thanks very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this. Please leave me a comment, rate the video, subscribe to the channel if you enjoy the content, and I hope to see you again next time. Cheers.